Hi, it's Lee Giles from Easy Peasy All-in-One Homeschool here to tell more stories. I'm going to tell a bunch of stories tonight. And I'm laughing because um, I have a story from dinner time from 2 hours ago. Um, do you ever read the Old Testament and think what is wrong with the Israelites? Why can't they just get it? Come on, get yourself together. Or the disciples, why didn't they understand? Why couldn't they just get it? He's telling them. Well, we're just the same way. They were just like us. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I'm still learning. So, um, where do I start? Um, I was gonna tell this one story, but I think I'm gonna tell you some other ones as well. Um, okay, I'll just start with tonight. So tonight, um, I had these beautiful dinner rolls come out of the oven. I wanted to paint them with melted butter. I had melted butter, and I couldn't find my little kitchen paintbrush thing. And I looked in the drawer it's supposed to be in 3 times and looked in 3 other drawers, and my husband looked in the drawer, and one of my sons came and looked in the drawer, and I was like, forget it. And I just poured the butter on, and it's all just running down and sinking into the holes, and I was like, nah. And then it dawned on me, I didn't pray and ask the Lord. So, I'm sorry, Lord, for not asking you first. Can you help me find and before I could finish my question, there was while I was saying it's just right there in front of my face. Thank you, Lord. Well, yes, turning to the Lord first is a lesson I keep having to learn over and over and over again, practice over and over and over again. Just reading through my journal and just seeing time after time. One of the stories I saw in there was my Microsoft Word was being crazy. When I opened it up, my thing, this is what I wrote my books on, right? This is something I use a lot for easy peasy. It's important. So opened up whatever it was, and it was jumping. It was messed up on the page. Things were moved around. It was really weird. Put it back, save it, close it, open it, whatever, and it was just all weird again and moved around. So I couldn't get it to stay in its spot. Um, I had the computer tech people for 10 hours trying to fix it, and they couldn't. And then, of course, I realized I didn't go to the Lord first and prayed and opened it, and it was fine. Um, my notes, there's another one from 2 years before that. Um, that these lights were flashing on our washing machine, and I think it was a pump. I think that's what my note said. Um, that was broken and had gotten fixed. Well, 2 months later, the same lights were flashing. So we called the same person who fixed it last time, but it was on holiday. They weren't going to be back for 3 days. So I'm sitting there thinking, well, maybe I'll take a load to the neighbors. I can't wait that long. And it dawns on me, I didn't pray first. So my husband and I went in and prayed, and then of course it worked and stopped flashing. So, yes, I'm an Israelite over and over again, having to learn my lesson. Um, so praying to find things, or praying when we, this was, I don't know, maybe January, February was the last time I remember doing that before tonight. My daughter couldn't find her school ID to get into buildings. But it was time for her to leave, and I was like, just go, and then we remembered to pray. We had already looked around. Well, no, let me take that back. First, we looked around. But while we were looking around, I did pray. And we didn't find it. So I'm like, well, you just have to go, and prayed that the Lord would just put in her bag. So I'm like, well, when you get to school, look in your bag. And she went to look in her bag, and it wasn't there. And I was like, well, before you apply for a new one, just look in your bag again. So the next day she looked and she found it. It was just there. So with those things, we have several of those experiences that I have a couple of them written down in my journal of I was, I was like on the way home from somewhere like from like another city. I was like, I forgot to, get this and pack it to bring home. And then it was in our bag when we got back. And there's a couple things like that that I wrote down, and you never 100% know that it was like divine intervention. Like, you still thank the Lord. However it got there, you can always thank the Lord that it was there. But you never 100% know what happened. Well, one time we know for sure that the Lord just intervened. We were, okay, after we lost our visa to stay in Gaziantep, we went to Germany for 3 months, um, worked on applying for a visa there. We couldn't stay 3 months as a tourist, then you have to leave. So after 3 months, we left and went to Macedonia, which we had lived there before for 6 years before we lived in Turkey. So we went back to Macedonia for 3 months, and then back to Germany for 3 months, and then back to Macedonia for 3 months. So one of those 3 months in Macedonia, and I don't know if I have the date in my notes, I could look it up, but so we get to Macedonia and unpack, and at some point, what I wrote in my notes is that I regretted not bringing my son's special shoes, and that my husband regretted not bringing his mug. I don't know, maybe I didn't know quite what mug it is. I guess like the hot travel mug. I don't know what it was. But that's what I've written down. He regretted not bringing his mug. But here's how I know that the Lord intervened. So we were sitting there talking like, I wish I brought that. I wish I brought that. Walk into the bedroom, and right inside the door, in our bedroom, on the floor, together next to each other, are the shoes and the mug. So there's no like doubt. The Lord just sent an angel to just get them for us and put them there. It's not like we just found them in one of the boxes we packed or something, which the Lord could do too. But it's always fun when He reveals Himself like that to us. So now I just pray things like with my daughter, like, just Lord, just put it in her bag, just let her find it. Whenever we like pack, and nowadays, I always I shouldn't say always, but I do always try to just pray like, Lord, whatever we forgot, just put in the bag for us, please. He can do all those things. He's good, takes care of us. He knows, He understands. And just keep recognizing Him with you, Him at work, Him helping you, Him caring about you. He's not ignorant of what's going on. A little thing like, I wish I had my mug, is not too little for Him to care about, because He cares about you a whole lot. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.